For a downhiller, Kitzbuhel's allure lies partly in its danger. Danger, which represents the thin line between tragedy and triumph. Two-time U.S. national champion Chad Fleischer was poised to make a breakthrough on the World Cup circuit. Although he had one podium finish to his credit, for whatever reason, the ultimate success had eluded him. Finally, the opportunity for victory presented itself at the famed Hahnenkamm.
I kicked out of the starting gate. I had been fast all the training runs there. I knew I was going to win the race. I came through the Seidelholm, over the Seidelholm jump, went around the turn there, and I could hear the famous announcer in my ear. Das ist the Butcher, Achtung, Achtung. And I was just like, yeah, I'm winning this thing, baby. And I was just like trying to talk even more and more, like it was the most amazing thing. And then I came in before the Hausberg, and I was like, I'm gonna turn on that piece of snow right there. Like I could see the snow crystals glistening on the snow surface. Like it was crazy. Like I talk about the zone, and I was so in the zone, like people would think that you're lying. And I told Rasmussen, a teammate of mine, Kyle Rasmussen, on the radio when he radioed up to give me a course report. He said the last jump is huge. Well, during inspection, I said I'm pre-jumping this last jump, which nobody has ever done before, for good reason. I said I'm pre-jumping the last jump because I'm going to win the race today. And a pre-jump is when, instead of just going, like, let's say this is the lip of the jump. Instead of going off the lip of the jump and then pressing and like riding over it and compressing it and diving with the pitch of the hill, a pre-jump is when you actually jump before the lip of the jump to make sure that you don't hit the lip of the jump. And then so in essence what a perfect pre-jump does is it eliminates the lip and you land sooner on the surface of the snow and carry more speed. You don't fly as far, you get on the ground sooner, and you save time. You know, it's a game of inches sometimes, whether or not it works for you. I came down, I just was the only guy to tuck all the way across the Zielschuss. I knew if I was going to win the race, and that was my fastest split in training, that's what it was going to be. I was coming into it, and I was just like, stick to the plan, man, this is the winning run. And I pre-jumped it. My tips got about that far off the snow. I was going about 96 miles an hour, and that's all it took. It's like putting your hand out the window at 96. That air got under the bases, and it just ripped. It was like pulling a ripcord, you know, going down the interstate. It's like someone just threw my parachute out, and when it opened, I just went exit out the window. I was just like, God, this sucks. That's the one thing I do remember thinking when I was upside down about 20 feet high or more, just like looking back at the Zielschuss going, you're gonna break your neck, man. You're gonna be paralyzed from this one. And so all I thought about then was like, okay, now I have to focus on my crash. The race is over, now you have to start thinking about how you're gonna walk away from this one. So I did what I could at that point to just focus on how my head was gonna hit and how I could maybe roll with it. And then still hopefully cross the finish line, like tumbling and that's where I actually hurt myself. When I landed on my back, it's not when I hurt myself, but my skis exploded. When they exploded in a sense that my derby flex and my binding was still on my foot. The ski just shattered and like blew to pieces. And I thought I still had a ski on my foot. So I put my foot down, going about 70 miles an hour, thinking I could pop up on, because legally you're allowed to finish with one ski on with one gate left. And I put my foot down to try and like pop up and cross the finish line. And my foot dug in with that derby flex on it. And that's when I ripped my knee apart and shoved my femur up into my hip. And that's when the damage was really done. But that was the run of runs, you know. It was like, you're known from downhill for two things: great victories or great crashes, and that was one of the great crashes, I guess. So I'll take it.
When you see somebody roll down the windows and go 85 meters and then just land flat on their back, it puts things in perspective a little bit.